We had not one, not two, but three big releases this weekend. Let's talk about their cinema score. There's a few factors when it comes into the cinema score. Obviously, this is coming from audiences and their thoughts on the film, which does help the longevity and the legs of a film about building a potential successful box office. Three big releases this weekend were John Krasinski's If, we had The Strangers Chapter 1, and Back to Black. All right, the first film we're going to talk about is the Amy Winehouse biopic Back to Black. This had a lot going against it just based on the backlash from critics as they have said that it is not very good. Now, this B+ score is higher than I anticipated, but I still don't think that this has any factor in what we're expected to see from the box office this weekend. Let's talk horror films before we talk about this score. Horror films don't typically grade high. They normally aren't in your A+, A-, or even B+. But for box office legs, horror films really want to get into that B+ number to really feel like they have something that's going to have some legs in the box office. The Strangers Chapter 1, actually this score is higher than I expected. This film is not very good, but audiences just thought it was middle of the pack. As you can see here, the 2018 film, The Strangers, got a C as well. And then, of course, the original back in 2008 got a B-, which is much higher because it's much better than the predecessors. If you checked out the audience reactions from Dom Fisher and Geek Vibes Nation about If after an audience screening of the film, you really saw that a lot of people loved If. This is massive. An A score is very good, not just for the quality of the film, but for box office purposes. There was some optimism, I do believe, about this film because they weren't sure if it was going to be fully developed towards kids or if it's going to be for adults. I have seen it's geared towards kids, but adults can enjoy it. Because of that, we're going to see this film have a lot more leggy of a performance at the box office than even some may have expected. All right, folks, if you saw If, Back to Black, or The Strangers Chapter 1 in theaters, let me know your thoughts about the film in the comments below, and let me know the cinema score you would have given the film.